Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of In Hindsight. This is going to be episode number 9 now actually. This is going to be game 1 against SK Gaming. So we played SK week 3. We lost 2-0 to Rival, 2-0 to Dig, but we beat Mouse Sports and Obey 2-0 and 2-0. So this was a really important set for us because we really needed some points. We can't really afford dropping this set right here if we have any hopes of qualifying top 2 to Worlds. So we're playing Amaterasu and Chernobog, and we're playing against Freya and Nox. So, I mean, I think our goal in lane should honestly just be like we want to try and fake the first pink buff because there's like a purple buff, because there's really no reason to try and fight into a Freya at level 1 in my opinion, and I don't really think we had threat at losing the buff, so you'll probably just see us fake the buff. This game kind of sucked because Yaman was like lagging out, so there's going to be a few pauses. Also, it's going to be a big fight we lose because Yaman just lags out and stands still. So it's kind of unfortunate, but let's see. Speed it up a bit right here. Let's actually talk about my build real fast. Let's do that as well. Okay, so I'm going to go and grab my my Guardian's Blessing, my Shell. I'm going Health Chalice just to sustain up more than anything. Like Amma has pretty good self-healing as well. But you'll see a lot of how I play this game is just like really trying to like go hard on self-sustain with swapping O and try and bait the enemy. So I'll play very far up in people's face. Right here we're checking for proxy, just making sure they can't proxy. And the multiply just because you need some mana, because you want to swap stance. You kind of get health from swapping stances, that's alright. So we see that they're not starting in lane. We're like, oh, where did they go? So what we want to do right here is if they don't start in lane, we should probably go and do a red buff. But we spot the Nox now. We're like, oh, yeah, okay. Well, they're going to start in lane. They're pretty late. They can't really push it up. So we're just going to go ahead and do our purple buff. Max my 1, it's more damage. And then make sure we hit the big one 3 times to apply the passive. They're going to try and see me hit the side one, but it's already cleared. So now what's going to happen is EmilZy is going to go and grab the wave, and the wave's not going to tower. So right here we're going to zone. So this is like the best thing you can do, or the best thing that can actually happen is you catch the whole wave right here, and you see me just jiggling it around, making sure it won't really go into tower. And there slap it 1 time so it doesn't go in. And now we're just having the wave here. You see they're like losing minions, and we can't really get zoned right now, right? Because the minions are so far up towards us. So yeah, not too much happening in this laning phase. Like the main objective should just be to try and sustain through the lane. Right here, half devil kind of misses a little sidestep, and we get on out of there. So pretty good in my opinion how that went down. So this again, like we just need to chill in this lane because we want to try and win on the other side of the map. There's not really a reason for us to fight into that. Nox Freya is kind of strong. Right now I believe they think they're getting ganked, so we're just playing back. You can see Yaman is actually lacking out right here. You can see he's walking all the way to the purple buff. He lacked out. Poor Yaman, he's gonna pause the game, speed it up, get through the pause real fast. You see Yaman disconnects, try and reconnect. So you can see how he walked all the way to our purple buff. And Yaman is back in the game, and we keep going. So they were scared of getting ganked right there, but really that was just Yaman DCing, so that's really unfortunate. He ended up with a purple buff. Unfortunately, the restart didn't fix the problem. We had to restart the internet later on. So, more coasting, taking the temperature, you know. Just really right here, like right now what we'll do, we can poke out Fair right here. I'm really trying to get all 3. I don't know why I'm on Yaman all of a sudden. This is weird, because Yaman DC'd, now he's here. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So I was looking to get XP for my free dash so I could dash the Freya. We're just playing up right now because if we play up here, we can guarantee that we're going to get our own purple buff. So if we clear the wave right here, we can push the wave, and then we want to make sure that they can't zone the wave, like that they won't grab the wave, and then we should just go and do a purple buff. So you're probably going to see us push this in, and I'll just make sure that the wave actually goes into tower, and they're going to clear the wave. So they're going to clear the wave, and they're purple spawning as well, so they might be a bit scared we're going to invade that. So we're gonna fake the invade here, we're gonna act like we're invading it, and then we're just gonna back on out of there, because this might have forced a rotation, but they did not rotate on the other side of the map. I think Adapting barely gets out right here. So we're gonna do a buff. I really wanna back when I have like 1550 gold, so I can get my full reinforced boots, so that's really my goal. This lane is even, which is pretty good for us. Like I think Nox kind of falls off the later you get into the game, in my opinion. He's like a mid-game powerhouse in the support. And I think that's good for us. So I'm just making sure I block the 2 there. Take some poke, but that's fine. We kind of poke them back, and I can just sustain up, swapping stances and stuff like that. So just block more basic attacks there, make sure Emerald doesn't get hit by that. You can see I'm just popping potions right here, running on that, and just healing on up. So actually adapting is looking for gank right here because they're playing so far up. So you see I'm just gonna go on the Freya right here, silence her out, and an easy first block. Bam! So that's kind of the problem with Freya, right? If you play that far up, and especially if you have a guard like Nox that doesn't really peel that well because you can only peel one person, then it's just rough stuff. So we're gonna chill here, clear out the wave. I have full boots now. If I back, I can get some wards as well. So you're probably gonna see me wanna back here, get my guardians pressing as well. So this is really good back for me. I kind of get everything I want right here. I can just back. So I'm gonna get the. Should really get CCR boots reinforced just because then it's gonna work well with the Nox ticks. You see, get outer base fast here, get my few wards, swap it around so we get the wards on the C key, which is what I'm used to. And yeah, now the next objective here should just try and be to get like consistent mid camp control. Although they do have an ender, so it could be a bit hard. You see, red is actually around right here. We're gonna manage to get the mid camps though. Bam, we get both, and I'm like kind of desperate for level 5 right here. When like, oh, Oracle's up. Gonna go and grab that. Kind of late on realizing that, but we get that as well. We probably should have gone to contest left mid, but at the end of the day, I think Yaman is gonna go and try and do that. But we still got like 2 of the neutral camps, so I'm gonna go back to you here, make sure EmilZy not in danger. Pill buff is spawning, so I kind of want to make room around that. Emil's gonna back here. He's probably gonna look to ult back in. I'm looking for steal on the purple buff, maybe? No, I'm not. I'm just making sure that they're doing it. So I'm just standing here, kind of hiding. I'm in XP range as well, so I'm getting all the minions there. Just looking for Freya right here, because EmilZy wants to ult back in, right? So I'm just kind of making sure that Nox can't go on me. And then Nox just uses her one. I'm gonna be just fine. Take a bit of poke, but doesn't really matter. Chernobog actually ults left right here, so now I have to hold the wave, because they're fighting in solo. So my objective here is not to die, first of all. So let's see if I can fulfill that. Just pop my mitigation. You can see how tank boots is doing work. If I have any other boots right there, I'll probably just die. Select the Freya Nox ult. So I realize I'm kind of playing with fire right here. I'm on the edge. I don't have too much health. Should have definitely popped my pot a lot earlier. Just juke out the Freya a bit. See, Nox is doing the buff. So I'm just trying to delay them on the buff, really. Trying to see how aggressive I can play without dying. So I'm gonna get a ward just so we get the timer. And just coast. Just more coasting around, really. Nox goes to try and get the red invade, but I'm holding the wave here. Try and make sure EmilZy doesn't lose too much. Watch out for the Nox combo right here. If I get Nox combo right here, I could potentially just die, even though I have shield and potions running. So I'm just holding the wave for EmilZy, and I'm like, yo Emil, push this. But Emil's like, I want a zone. And then I'm like, that's sad. I just held this wave for you. But it's probably the right call to zone, although I do think that it's kind of annoying. But Emil's gonna end up pushing it in, and the next wave should just zone anyway. So right here, I got kind of screwed over for having to hold that wave for so long, because I'll be definitely later to the rotation for mid camps, and you'll see we won't get the mid camps. It's really unfortunate. Not sure what happened left there. It seemed that Changa just died, and we didn't really get anything for it. It's unfortunate. Atomization wise here, I'm gonna go Oni's Hunters, just because I really want that mitigation more than anything. You see, I look for a gank right here. I'm like, yo, can we 2v1 them? But we probably can't do that, so gonna go ahead and pass on that opportunity right there. See, EmilZy is going, what's it called? Evils. Just fucked up when Yaman DC'd. It's kind of unfortunate. See if we can fix it real fast. There we go. Nice. I'm just playing up right here, trying to get some wards in. I'm gonna play around mid, right? Like, we want to play around their Puck. Their Puck, he's super strong, but he needs help. So I'm gonna sit with him. I'm maxing at 1 this game for the movement speed aura. Like, you want to max at 1 on Amaterasu if you don't need to do damage. Like, if your team is capable of doing enough damage, then you should definitely max at 1 for like sustain, for the movement speed, for the aura as well. On the damage stance also helps quite significantly. But if your team is not have that much burst damage, like, you want to max at 2 because you need to do that damage. But in this game we have a Puck, we have a Dinasha, and like a Puck and the Nasha, they're gonna do work. So you see, they want to go for the red invade right here. So I'm just gonna walk up here and make sure that they can't get it. So just go ahead and grab that after they'll try to do something, but ends up not really committing too hard on it. So fast forward a bit as mid camps are coming up. That's really gonna be next to goal. You see, I'm playing pretty aggressive right here, but I barely fit through the pillar there. Get pretty lucky, I'd say. It's kind of an unnecessary risk. So they're actually gonna get the mid camps again, which is really unfortunate. Nox is probably looking for something on me here, but I'm just juking around. So the real fight right now is just going to be like until the next mid camps come. So we're just gonna chill here for a while. It's just like stopping backs here and there. Kenneth's looking for something here. I think like our main goal this game should just be to kill the Nox, right? Because Nox is going cooldown boots. She definitely dies in a Nasha ult. So if we can go on Nox, and I can make sure that Yaman can get his abilities off, right? So if Nox ults, my job will be to make sure Yaman is not gonna die. Like they have pretty good damage on Yaman if they want to. Like Anna can ult, Rat or Tusker can just ult on Yaman, and that's one way they can play around us Nash holding the Nox. So I need to be around Yaman with the movement speed aura so you can juke out the Anna ult and the Rat ult, and I need to be there with the shell. Make sure you can follow up on us as well. So that should really be a goal right now. Try and contest the next mid camps, honestly, and try and get a pick on onto the Nox. So fast forward here until that's gonna happen. I'm gonna back. I get my full only Santis right here. So I'm like, yo guys, I'm gonna be super tanky for this fight. Let's try and fight here. In retrospect, like looking back, I probably could have gone for soft, but we actually won't make it to the mid camp. So now the next objective is trying to defend our red. You can see we're not really in a position for this. We're not really expecting this. So we see Nox here, and then it's like the red lies kind of goes. See EmilZy's going for solo kill. I'm gonna ult the Nox right there, and then you hear Red Tusker starts ulting. So like, oh, EmilZy is in trouble, so they're gonna go on Emil. Emil gets Freya like super low, and her is kind of out of position. So right here we're like, oh, okay, what can we do right here? I'm getting kind of poked out. I'll end up being fine. I think Nox is getting ulted right here, so Kenneth's gonna try and kill the Nox, and with the... Ooh, she barely gets out here. Oh, this is when Kenneth has this insane play. Look, watch this from Kenneth's view. Beats, ring toss, bam, beautiful Ken. Well played. We got a 2 for 1 right there. That's really good for us. So red spawns. I know red can't really kill me, so I'm just trying to seal this, but yeah, that won't happen. I used my 2 way too late. I feel like the cast time on the 2 is kind of rough on Amma sometimes. Doesn't really go off like instantly like that, you know. So he's gonna get the red right here. I'm just kind of gonna try and steal the pearl buff. I don't think he knows I'm here. I'm like, yo, and again, I'm like a bit too late. So it's really unfortunate. Just trying to go for the buff camps. He can't really kill me here. I don't know, like, I'll just chill. I have tank boots, so yeah. Saw how easily Nox died right then. We're probably gonna do that again. Right here I'm just looking for like flare relics, I guess. Playing really far up, but it's gonna be a-okay. You can see they're gonna whoop EmilZy right here, and I'm gonna try and get in. But I actually made a big mistake by walking into the silence, because I walked around it there. I could have potentially ulted Freya. But it's not gonna work out. So I'm overstaying a bit right here, and I believe we're actually gonna get punished here if I remember correctly. So they're looking for invades right here. I'm just kind of cheese looking, like, oh, what's up boys, what are you doing? You see I'm sustaining really like a lot with Amma, and I'm super tanky, as you guys can see. So right here I'm really tempted to play up. So Kenneth's gonna come around to gank, so we're actually gonna stay. EmilZy can ult in, right? So she's gonna get Nash ulted. I'm gonna make sure we get that kill, and then I'm gonna ult Freya here. This is probably too deep. We should have just gotten the pick. Freya actually uses beats, and I'm gonna get Red ulted. Red misses his ult, and I'm actually gonna be able to get on out of here. Get the Freya ult as well. Now Anna comes, and now we probably should get out. So right here I'm like, okay, EmilZy's gonna die if we don't do this. So I have to block the Freya. 2-1 for EmilZy, and that means that I'm gonna go ahead and take a spill. So really overstayed there more than anything, but you know, it happens, it happens. So build wise here I'm gonna try and go into my sovereignty. I'd assume. Let's just fast forward a bit until I come alive again. So we're around mid camps right here looking for something. So I'm getting my soft, I'm getting sentry wards now looking for that. We just want to kill the Nox. I think we can keep doing that. I think this is the mid camp fight where everything goes wrong, where Yaman just disconnects. It's really unfortunate. So again in Riot, I'm not sure if I had to take the 2-1 from Freya, but I definitely think EmilZy would have been like 60% health, and then with Anhold and stuff, he definitely could have died. So I'm pretty happy looking back that I actually decided to just go and die from that, because EmilZy just ulted back in, so it would have been really bad for him if he would have died there. He would have been super far behind, and you can see I'm keeping up pretty well here. Let's look at the XP per minute. I'm not too far behind. I'm actually ahead of Nox, which is getting kind of abused by us this game. I'm definitely still squishy to their carries, like Anha and Freya's are getting really fat here, so that's kind of problematic. Let's take a look at the graphs. You can see it's kind of even. I think that's mainly because Maniac is keeping up really well, and obviously I have the lead as well. And adapting is sorry, adapting is fun like always. So right here, the important thing is I'm actually gonna ult Anher just so Anher can't go on the Yaman, and then I'm gonna run straight back to Yaman. So by me ulting the Anher there, I'm applying pressure to him, so Anher can't go onto Yaman. And at the same time, that means that Red probably won't be able to solo the Puck. So I force Anna to jump out, which is kind of what we want. That leaves the space for Yaman. But you can see that plan, right? It's just to all with Yaman. Where Tosca tried to dunk on him when we kill Nox. But it's another good pick. This probably means we should be getting mid camps here, but I don't know, adapting that rotate over. He's doing blue buff, he's doing back camp, so we might actually lose the neutral farm right here. I'm gonna try to secure this and get out. Just jump on out of there. I barely get out. I've seen that on stream again. That was a close call. They're gonna get Oracle's Freya rotates over. Just make sure we get our red buff here. So as you can see, I almost have enough gold for my stuff. So I'm like, yo, can I hold this? And I'm gonna back, get my sovereignty. I think I'm not gonna get a Sentry Ward here. Actually, so I'm staying for Sentry Ward. You see this, I'm like, yo guys, I need like 50 gold for Sentry Ward. Get the mid wave. 1570 is the golden number, but I'm staying for level 12, I assume, right now, right? Like I need one more wave, I get my level 12 back, I'm gonna be super strong. So that's probably why I'm staying right here, if I had to guess. So you guys are just gonna see me fall back here. I'm gonna buy my sovereignty. I'm gonna go ahead and get sprint. Again, you kind of want a sprint on every team, and since Maniac didn't get it, I'm gonna get it. We have really good team fight relics. We have double shell into double Honda. That's really good. We have the sprint. It's gonna help a ton against the pill and everything. We have meditation for sustaining up in fights. So pretty good. Again, so it's just like a solid defense item that's really gonna help Yaman out a lot, which is the main thing here, right? We wanna help out Yaman. Just make sure I don't get in trouble there. Just dash out, play safe. But you can really see how I'm using my 1 to sustain up. Like I'm constantly taking poke, but then healing up with my 1. I should probably swap stance here again. I sealed one of the mid camps. That's a pretty good trade for us at the end of the day. Kenny goes for an ult right here, so I'm gonna again do the same thing, ult on Anna and Freya. But Yaman DCs, as you guys can see, he's just standing still, so that's super unfortunate. And we kind of lose the fight from there. EmilZy's in trouble, so really unfortunate. Yaman DC'd. He's just standing still, taking the Anhold, taking the red too. So rip. I'm trying to get EmilZy out right here, so I'm just gonna speed Orion up for him. Take the 2 right here. I'm gonna find a dash. EmilZy dies. I'm gonna get on out of there. I actually believe I'm gonna try and sustain up. I should really be using my health chalice here. Get the purple buff. So look at my health right here, how it's gonna spike. You see Maniacs coming in, so we're probably gonna look to defend this. Nox could kind of be an issue. They're gonna reset it, so it's not too bad for us. They're gonna go on Maniac instead, but he's gonna be fine. And I'm actually getting topped off really well here. Need like one more Changa heal and I'll be full health again. So really swapping your stance like that just gives you so much health. I believe it's like 250 because it takes five times, right? So another pause because Yaman DC, we're gonna scroll over that. So I think Yaman actually restarts his PC here at this point because it's an issue we've been having in this Bane house. Sometimes some of us will just like lag out. Super annoying. Game on pauses, they're not gonna do gold. We're gonna go back mid. Poke out the end of here. Around mid, just coasting. We're just trying to get mid camp. Like the next objective is obviously gold. Like we got a bit behind from that. You can see how SK got a big XP lead from that, and the gold difference kind of turning back in their favor. However, we are still, that was some big damage, but we are still getting mid camp. So we didn't really use too much, I assume. Like obviously used beads and stuff, but they used, I'm lying. They used a lot more than we did. So also one thing that's worth noticing is probably not worth it for us to ult the Nox anymore. Like even though Yaman did DC in that fight, unless she's getting caught out of position, it won't be too good. So try and get wards up around gold right now, as that is the big contention point. And if you can get sentry wards on the Pyromancer, that's gonna help quite a bit as well. So just speed up here. It's probably nothing is really gonna happen until the next mid set of mid camps. Actually, I'm gonna do some trading here with Anna, just because I'm like, okay, yeah, I can heal this up. You know, like I don't care. I have so much sustain. So they start playing around gold right here. So I need to be careful going in and checking here. Just playing around corners to see if we can duke out the Nox in time. Anna Pill is actually kind of gonna block. I'm just running around and I'm gonna be a-okay. Swap stance, heal up all the poke I just took. Minic rotates over. So we want to play this fight, we kind of want to play poke, and then we can get the full initiate on them. Because we have sustain and we have pretty good poke potential. So we're gonna go towards left mid here. Try and make sure we get that. I believe we actually got both there. So that's pretty good. Go right mid. Just make sure they can't do polar demon as well. So we're getting right mid. That probably could have been a window to do gold, but they have really good wards around it. You can see they have like the 3 sentries here. Oh, bans. Lovely. Watch out here in mid for like a Nox combo around the wall. But it's just a lot of a stall main right now. Like, I probably need a back right now. I can get sovereignty too if that's what I want to do. So I'm most likely gonna look for a back right here. But it's really scary for me to back because they can actually just straight up do gold if they see a lot of us backing. So that thing's gonna get the first back, gets priority. He's gonna get his Mad Death's blessing, and now we're just gonna regroup here and like what's it called, like get more and better wards around the gold fury, right? Like everyone's kind of backing now. You see me backing, making sure I'm not on a ward, but they actually do spot me backing here, so I think they're gonna go and pull gold. I'm gonna get Spirit Drop 2 and just rush out of base, get my sentry ward. You can really see how like fast buys like really matters. I actually made a video about that as well, but go and check that out. But backing like fastly like this is really important, so you can get back to the action as fast as possible. If you even are 5 seconds late, that's 5 seconds where they can do a gold fury red. So I'm gonna go ahead and ward up. I probably want to ward inside, like a low side here. I want to ward top right. So you can see I'm kind of going for the ward, but I actually have wards on me. So I'm like, oh, I'm nice here. Take the poke trade. We get the ward as well. I get poked out a bit, but again, that's not too problematic for me because I can just sustain it all up with my 1, which is really the big benefit of armor right now. You can see I can just sustain up all the poke I'm taking. I'm regenerating so much health, and I'm full health again now, right? Oracles is super important, obviously, when you're fighting around gold like this. And you can see on the XP graphs as well, we're slowly taking back the lead because we're just getting this neutral farm. So I'm really fed right now. I'm level 15. I have a big lead. I'm going to be very hard to kill for that backline, which is kind of what I'm supposed to do as well. So speed it up here until we actually get into the gold fight. So you can see that it's looking for gank. We're just playing back and forward. People are kind of stagnating their backs. We're like backing on turns and making sure everyone is getting ready for gold. And I probably want to back now as well because I'm like, yo guys, I can buy Spirit Drop. I really want to buy Spirit Drop. But we play up right here. Look for the knocks. I assume stuff is gonna happen now. Usually when the Soul Rainer rotates over, that's when you're gonna start initiating a fight. And if you look at the graphs, SK kind of gaining back a bit, but it's just very much back and forth. So we're gonna start gold right here, I think. Start gold, see no one's really around. So Freya's gonna play up here. Gonna look for the poke wall, as I said. So now I'm playing up right here. I'm looking for poke. Just gonna poke out the Nox a bit, heal up. Look for the Freya right here. I'm like, yo guys, Freya's isolated, so I'm looking for an ult on Freya right here. But we actually ult Anna. Nothing really happens because we get the gold fury. And now we're like disengaged. Let's get stuff out of here. So we're just gonna run out, make sure everyone gets out with the speed aura. Rest can ult on Maniac. Maniac's gonna be okay. I'm gonna ult right here, get a pretty fat ult. I'm gonna hit Freya. Freya gets beads. And now I'm kinda alone on the back, but I'm really tanky, as you guys can see. They're just trying to glow me up, but that's not really happening. I'm healing up a ton, pop my sprint. And now you can see I'm constantly trying to stay around Jammin here. Ken's got a really good ult. So I'm trying to stay around Jammin, right? Because we just want to make sure that if I'm around Jammin, that means like the he can just recast and get his damage off. So we're semi-chasing down here, see if we can force anything. We're like, okay, let's just back out. Like we got really good poke there, got a good ring toss. This means we can get tier 2, or if we want we can just run to PK, but I assume we should probably just run to PK after this tower here. Okay, so we're all gonna back and then we're gonna have speed Orion to PK. Gonna finish off my Spirit Drop and then I'm gonna start working on magical defense, just because I'm pretty scared of the Freya, not so scared of like the Anther and the Rat and the Wukong. So I assume that's why I'm getting the magical defense. So I'm pretty topped off, pretty tanky. You can see they're actually on PK right here. They're gonna try and burst it. So we're just running straight to it, and I do believe we're gonna be able to get a little spicy steal on it. And it's like just getting out of base fast again. If you're like 1 second later, they get that, but we actually managed to get that. So Nox is playing super weirdly up in mid right here. I don't know if he's just desperate for farm what. So now the call for us is like we all backed and they stayed. So because they haven't backed and spent their gold, it's actually possible for us to now siege the mid tower, right? Like we have a gold lead and we know the relics are down, so we really want to fight here. We're looking for it. So we know Wukong's on the side here. You can see I'm just trying to get in front a bit, take a poke trade. My focus should be to initiate the fight with my ult and then go back and try and peel for Yamin. Like Maniac and Kenneth should be able to disrupt the backline. I could also play like full frontline and let Maniac sit with our backline, but get D-Wards up here, just make sure that they can't flank too hard. And just sit in movement speed all right here, make sure everyone is in duke range. So Wukong's gonna get super poked out. I'm like, yo, she just used that, so I'm gonna ult in. 2 hits on Anna and then flick on Freya, and Freya's gonna die. So that right there again is the flick where you like ult a person twice and then you kind of swap it over. Pop my shell here. Kenneth's gonna go in. You can see how I'm just constantly like trying to stay in the middle of the team fight. So we're just healing up. We're gonna keep sieging here. You can see how insanely hard we're sustaining right now with the Changa, with the Amma heals. I'm just getting topped off constantly. I always pop my 1 just for the damage mitigation more than anything. So we're gonna grab this tower here. I actually missed the healer. It's kind of unfortunate. And now we have 2 options. We can back and look towards FD, or we can push the Phoenix. So we're gonna play it safe, just try and get farm. I'll say around the FD. I'm like, yo guys, try and look for the red buff. It's not up, unfortunately, just spawned, so we're not gonna get it. And then we're gonna back and run to fire, make sure they can't get that. I'm gonna grab some more magical defense here. I'm actually gonna get Pestilence. Alright, so Pestilence mainly for the healing, right? You have Fun Body healing, Rat has heals, Ducky has heals, and I do assume that Anna has healing as well, right? So, bam! Drop the speed, get towards FG. But what you saw me do with my ult dash, like one thing that you really need to do on Amy, like you ult one target and then that target gets like beats forced out. You saw how she used relics, and then I flicked on Freya because we knew Freya had no beats and we just got the kill for free. Like Freya, I don't think she expected it. So we're starting FD here. The goal is going to be to try and bait them into this. However, you can see Rat is back and Anhar's not around here also. We actually think this is relatively safe right here after Wukong goes out, so we're gonna go ahead and pull it again, if I remember correctly. Oh. So we're just playing around FG right here. We know they're gonna contest. I thought I was saying about another fire giant. So we're playing up right here. I'm playing up in mid. I'm gonna ult Nox. I see she has no dash. And ult the Nox. I get her ult. I'm like, okay guys, that's Nox ult, and we got the sprint as well. Let's fall out. That's actually a good trade for us. Because Nox ult is really huge, so is my ult, but we got the sprint, which is the most important thing, so it's gonna help us a ton, especially because Shaman is really gonna be able to like slow them down with that ult. And this kind of weird there's no ISO, but starting FG here, and we're gonna reset it when the balls come out. That's usually when you want to reset Fire Giant, so you don't get hit. Get a pretty big ult here, kill the Half Devil, and go in here. You see Anhar's out of position, so like, yo guys, Anhar's out of position, can we do something? But we just fall back to gold or fire. So actually surprisingly here they're gonna contest FD, which we kinda didn't expect. We thought they were just gonna fall back. So Maniac actually unfortunately goes the wrong way, and we're like, okay, Wukong's coming. He goes in, you see Red ulting, so like, fuck it, dude, let's just stop DPS on this, make sure Red doesn't ult it. You see Wukong's doing ult it, I'm just tanking it up here, making sure that all the ults are down. We're like, okay, now we can burst it, and then Freya ults over the wall. But it's too late, and then we get the Freya kill here as well. It's gonna take some time to kill the Freya, but yeah, she's fast. I should have probably chased there as well with adapting, just for the speed aura, but we're gonna catch her eventually, and then the call, you can see Lobster's farming our buffs, which is good by him. Just getting our farm away, because we're not gonna be around, so we're just gonna try and kill this Freya here. Use Changa ult, she's gonna die, and then we should just back out now, and we should instant push right, try and get to Gold Fury, make sure they can't do that. So it was kind of badly played on the map by us. You saw how we were all grouping. There probably should just be 2 key people killing the Freya. That's being me and Kenneth. Everyone should have backed and went to fire. So I'm gonna taxi Yaman in here. Gonna go and check gold to make sure they can't do it. And it's kind of disappointing on the first one to check gold there. They could have gotten gold for free. But we have a lead now. We're gonna grab the gold. And we're gonna push up. Item wise here, I am getting Mantle of Discord, I assume. Yeah, I'm getting Mantle of Discord. So. Didn't upgrade my relics, probably should have done that. Like upgrading shell would not have been bad at all. Definitely would have helped a lot. We realized no one's around, so we just gonna go ahead and push the tower down. And because, so this is like the thing, right? Like there's still like 3 minutes until fire spawns, like even more right now. So we can actually push this Phoenix, and if we all die, like worst case they get a Phoenix, but they won't get Fire Giant. So like usually when you have like 10 seconds, 30 seconds left in the fire, you don't want to push a Phoenix, because if you lose the fight, they can get Fire Giant and then the game is turned red. Like it's so important to play around that. So we feel pretty confident we can go for Phoenix here. I'm gonna get poked out quite a bit here. Let's try and get everyone out. You see I use the sprint, and I think I'm barely gonna be able to get out. Actually I get weeded by Nox and I die. Pretty silly fight right there, like no one was around, and they hold, but they can't get anything off it, which is the important thing again. Like they might get a Pyromancer, but we're gonna rotate out and do the Pyromancer as well. I just got stuck up in the Nox Sands right there, like I had all my relics up, besides my sprint. You guys can see I'm upgrading my relics now finally, getting Mantle too, but again, they can't get anything by it. It's obviously still a bad play by us, but because we decided to push that, like if that would have been with 30 seconds of FD, they could have gotten fire off it, so they ain't gonna get anything. We just coasting around. We're gonna go and push left before the next fire. We're like, okay, we can probably take this left tower. They won't defend it. Let's group up. Let's do that. We talked about what went wrong in the fight, obviously. Just chill. I was spending way too much time in the Phoenix for once. Definitely took too much tower damage. So grab this, and we're like, yo, let's back, and then we see red and right. But we all, actually, that's not this game, that's another game. We decide to back. I'm gonna go right here. The goal with this rotation is just to force Ratatoska to ult, right? Like, if we get the red ult right here, we're gonna have a much easier time getting gold. So I'm gonna try and get this match as well. He stuns me out. I can just kind of run him down because of Amma. I'm tempted to ult him here, but the thing is, like, if I ult, he's just gonna ult. So try and wait for my team to be around. And you guys can see, there we go. He's gonna be able to ult down out of there. But that's rat ult down, and that means they, like, he won't be there, have that up for Fire Giant. So it should be a pretty free Fire Giant for us now. They'll have a really hard time defending it. So I don't know. They got a tier 2, but now they can't defend fire, so that's not really worth it in my book, because I definitely think they could have fought around FG. Then again, they just defended the Phoenix, so I might feel really confident in the Phoenix defense, but Phoenix defense, but we'll see. I'm getting knocked up way too much by the Fire Giant, man. That sucked. I died in a scrim the other day, getting knocked up by fire. It's kind of sad. Alright, and go grab them. I'm gonna go and grab the mid wave, just make sure that they can't split push too hard. We wanna push up mid, so Kenneth can probably split out. I'm just gonna say, okay guys, I'm gonna push another wave. I probably should have swapped, like, I shouldn't be doing this, I should be adapting doing this. But then again, I'm hitting level 20 of this, so it's not too bad. So I'll grab that. So right here I'm looking for the flank, right? So like, yo guys, I'm gonna come over. Let's see if can anyone go mid? I'm like, no. Alright. So we just wanna play poke wall. So I'm just playing up right here. I'm super tanky at this point, you gotta remember, like, a lot of defense in this build. Get the Majas and Wukong right there. And Anna is super poked out here, so like, okay, this is time to go. So I'm just gonna ult Freya. Sadly, Freya just like walks past me, which is kind of rough. So Chernobog gets out of like one hit. And we can sustain up. You see Red is about to ult, but Red ult is down as well. So I definitely should have gone in front of Freya's basic attacks. Because she did the right thing, right? Like, she walked past me, tried to ignore me and just get damage off before my ult went. So we take the Nox ult here. And now we're like, okay, back out, that's Nox ult down. We can just go with the next wave. We're gonna be just fine. We have more ults up than they have, and we'll do this. So we're gonna initiate the fight with Chernobog ult just to get the slow on everyone. And I'm just gonna go and zone out the backline. You can see I'm just standing in the face here, kind of everyone. Go back to my backline, just make sure we get the Phoenix. We're gonna grab the Phoenix. Kenneth gets an ult here. I'm again just playing up in front of everyone so they can't follow up. And we're gonna go ahead and grab the mid Phoenix now. Wait. So they're actually gonna defense here. Because Jam has no... Is it not? Yeah. I'm not sure. We get poked out again. That's one more ult down, so now we're okay. We can just heat it up, right? We still have a lot of time on fire. So we're just gonna keep pushing. We have a mana advantage here. I'm gonna ult the Anna and Freya here. Ult the Freya, get her beats, and like, yo, let's chill now, boys. We barely gets out. We're gonna grab the Phoenix here. Get the Phoenix, and then we're gonna go right. Actually, yeah, we're gonna go right Phoenix here, because we still have 29 seconds and failures. So go ahead. They're not ready for this at all. I guess they expected us to back. So this is pretty free. We get a lot of damage on before they can really get in here. I'm just playing up right here, blocking Anna's basic attacks. She is doing quite a bit of damage to me. So I'm gonna pop my shell. Probably should swap stance right here. I'm like trying to body block by Milito. Try and get on out of here. Just duke out the 2 and just dash out. And I can sustain up again. Like, this is pretty insane what you're gonna see now. So now we... Wait. Oh yeah. We're gonna keep pushing here. Because we're like, yo, FG's not gonna spawn. Like, we're gonna be fine. We do have gold, but everyone is kind of full build anyway. So it's not too bad. We're just around. Look at my health, man. I'm full off again. Trying to walk ult in. I'm playing frontline right here. I'm going on the Nox, then swapping on the Anhar. Sadly, he was ulting. So go back to Yaman. I definitely should have been back for Yaman there, but Rat's gonna die out anyway, but Yaman falls, so it's not the best of trades, but we can play up right now because they're pretty poke and we're not. So Yaman's gonna beat and play up here. Try and block the basics from Lucan again. Get the Phoenix, and like, okay guys, we can probably end with the minions that are going in. So... No? Okay, never mind. I can't remember this game. So we're gonna back. We're gonna play it safe. We're gonna get the next Fire Giant. I get my Mantle of Discord. I don't really swap anything up in my build. I get my 500 pod. I upgrade my sprint. And pretty goddamn tanky right now, as you guys can see from the protections. pretty happy with how it's going. Just make sure that they don't actually try and defend FG here, so get the Pyro, get the Fire Giant, and then in this siege right here, right, like we just want to make sure like that minions are pushing in. SK kind of misplayed this because they didn't push up the wave at all, so that means we'll actually have a 5 minion wave to push the Phoenix with. So everyone's full build now of us. We're ready to take the fight right here. You can see the Phoenix is spawning. There's 5 minions. This is just kind of a disaster for them. Freya's not around. I'm just playing super far up in their face. We get the Phoenix kind of for free, and then we're just gonna poke out Anher. Anher's like 1 hit here. I'm tempted to ult him, but I'm not gonna go for it. So we go back, get the Magi's, and then right here, this is kind of an awkward fight, if I remember correctly. So I'm gonna ult the backline, ult Anher. Anher should die, that's her that thing. And then we need to help the backline, right? Because Puck is in trouble, so try and get him out. Just run around jamming here, try and make sure he's safe. But he's gonna heal up, he's gonna be fine, and we just dive in the fountain, why not? And right here we should just end the game, right? We can probably just end the game, and bam. That's it. Pretty not clean early game from us. Kind of rough with Jam and DCing obviously, but we managed to close it out anyway. Not the most beautiful of games, definitely not proud of it, but bad games, good games. We still managed to pull out in the late game. We played it pretty safe, which is also why we didn't like win earlier. We didn't really want to push our limits too hard. Gonna go ahead and give all my teammates a friendly. I love this bug. I can just keep giving them friendlies, and you can see right here, here's all the post-game stats. Obviously pause the video now if you want to see them. I can say that Ducky placed 14 watts and the build. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and press the bell. And until the next In Hindsight video, everyone. Peace out.